Hey guys, so today we are doing an empties video because I have been going through some products, so we're just gonna jump right into it. I've got a little box full of empties, so yeah, I'm just gonna randomly pick. So the first thing I picked up is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I really like this spray. I always tend to get this on the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I tend to buy a couple and they last me throughout the year because I like to mix up my sprays, but I really enjoy this spray. It's silicone-free, alcohol-free, and oil-free. It's really natural, and on days when I'm just a little bit drier or my skin's irritated, this tends to be my go-to. I like it to calm down powder, and I also use it as a setting spray. I actually have two of these right now. I have an open one and then one that is a backup because I got it when it was on sale. But these are, if you have sensitive skin, I would highly recommend this spray. It's just multi-purpose and it does a beautiful job of just calming down powder really and helping your makeup stay in place throughout the day. So this is definitely a repurchase because I've already repurchased it. Couple products that I have also repurchased, and this is just the big size and the little size. I go through these like water. I love Batiste. I love all the different smells, but I tend to just grab the fresh. I like this spray. I will even use this spray on clean hair because it gives me such great volume. I have to be careful with it though because I do have fine hair, and with all these vitamin deficiencies I've got going on right now, my body's kind of going wacky. That being said, I love these. I use these because I try and only wash my hair every other day because my roots get really oily, but my ends get really dry. So I try and wash my hair every other day. And for days in between or just days when I want a little bit more volume, I love this stuff. So yeah, I definitely go through this. I actually have a bottle of this right here on my desk. So if you're looking for a good dry shampoo, I've tried a crap ton of them. I really, really do enjoy Batiste. I just think they are worth the hype. Next product out of my box O stuff is actually the OGX Silk Blowout. It's protecting plus silk blowout, blow dry, extend dry shampoo. These are new and they've got a ton of them. I like this one. I did try another one, but I have to be really light-handed with these. I can only use these on the day after I have dry or shampooed my hair. This is not a product that I would recommend if you have fine hair or you have hair that tends to be oily on like a second day of not washing your hair, because it just can weigh your hair down and it tends to make it more greasy looking. So if you're somebody who just washes your hair every other day, I think you'd be fine with this. I think it doesn't give me the volume that the Batiste does, and it's a little bit more expensive. So I do have a couple bottles of this that I'm probably going to go through, and then I probably won't repurchase. I'll probably just stick with the Batiste, but it's okay. It's not my favorite. You know, I use it every once in a while, but it's not like it doesn't have me doing cartwheels in the front yard. So next I have a bottle of the Avon Skin So Soft Aroma and Therapy Energizing Body Gel Cream. I really like this. It smells really good, or smelled really good. It was just a really kind of fresh floral scent, and it was really thin consistency. So what I would do is put a little bit in the bathtub and just let my skin soak up the moisturizing the moisturizing-ness of this. Again, not something I would necessarily purchase. I do like Skin So Soft. If you are a child of the 80s, you probably use Skin So Soft at some point. So it is a good product, but again, not something, I think I got this in like a present or a gift bag, something like that. So I did really enjoy it, but again, I probably wouldn't purchase it again. It does smell really good though. It smells good. I do have another product from OGX, and this is the Intensely Invigorating Eucalyptus Mint Shampoo. I did not like this. I felt like this made my hair so greasy so fast. Like I would wash my hair, it would dry, and it would immediately look greasy. It smells really good, or smelled really good. The eucalyptus mint, I mean, OGX their shampoos always smell really good, but I feel like they're really hit and miss. I have to find things that are a balance, because sometimes they're just so intensely moisturizing that I look like a grease ball, if that makes any sense. So while I love the smell of this and it felt good while I was shampooing my hair, it was just too greasy, and it was too much for my roots. So this is definitely not a repurchase. Now, if you have really, really dry roots, this might be something to look into, but for me, it was a no-go. All right, I have got some more setting sprays. I have got the Make It Last setting spray, and then I have the Make It Dewy setting spray from Milani. I love both of these. Now, these are not completely empty. I feel like when I get down, let me know if you experience the same thing, but I feel like when I get down to the bottom of these, like down to like this last little bit, it tends to get a little funky, and then they tend to do, I don't know if it's just the settling of the product or what, but they tend to get like way too dewy on my skin, both of them, even the Make It Last. So I love these sprays. I've already repurchased them because I do use them. They're probably in my top 5 setting sprays, high-end drugstore, whatever, but I just can't use this like last little bit of it because for some reason it just gets funky on my skin. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's the buildup in the spraying mechanism or just product settling, but I do really enjoy these and I have already repurchased. So let me know if you have that same problem. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm weird. Another product that I also have already repurchased, and it's now called the Natural Finish. This is the All Day Wear Photo Focus Setting Spray. I really enjoy this setting spray. I can't use it on days when I'm really dry, but on days, I have this thing lately where I think I'm going through a change. You know how women do that thing where like your hormones change every now and then? Well, my hair is getting funky, and where it used to be really dry and where my skin used to be really dry, I'm getting kind of oily in my T-zone. So on days when I'm feeling a little bit more moisturized / oily in my T-zone, this is a great one. It does have alcohol in it, so which can dry out your skin a little bit, which is kind of why it kind of works for me. But you know, hey, it's $4. So if you have dry skin, I wouldn't recommend this one, but I really enjoy this one, and I have an open bottle in my drawer. So this one was just hanging out for an Empties video. Okay, so these are not technically Empties, but I use the crap out of these. I love the Real Techniques beauty sponges. I think they are so good. I think they're, in my opinion, they're superior to the Beauty Blender because they're not as soft and they don't soak up as much product, so I get a much better coverage from them. I have these, like anytime they're on sale, I grab them, but these are just old ones that were just beat to hell that need to go, but I figured they're not Empties, but I have used and abused them and used them up, so I did want to mention them in this video because they are so good. So I finally finished up the Maybelline Dream Cushion Liquid Foundation. I like this foundation. I like cushion foundations. I don't think they're for easy days, for very light coverage, and I think with cushion foundations, it's really about the convenience of, can I throw it in my purse, put it on with a brush, and then set it with a powder. I'm kind of in getting out of that mode where I want to do my makeup once I get to work, in the car, in the bathroom, whatever it is, because I'm in a rush in the morning. I'm getting in the habit of getting up earlier where I want to sit down and actually use a foundation that I know is going to hang out all day, because unless you have a super heavy duty powder with this foundation, it breaks down on me really bad around my T-zone. Now, because it's so light, you don't notice it as much. I guess I notice it because it's on me, but people don't seem to notice it. But it just doesn't hang together well. I think if you're maybe doing something for 3 or 4 hours and you just want a light foundation, these cushion foundations are nice, but for me, for what I like to do day to day, I don't think this will be a repurchase. I also have the Dream Lumi one, and I think when that one's done, it's going to be done. Another product I have finally used up and have repurchased just because I had some Ulta points and I just wanted to have it for when I run out of some of these other powders. This the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder in Warm Light. I love this powder. It's a lighter powder. It adds coverage, but it gives me such a natural finish. It doesn't matter if I use it on a matte foundation or a more luminous foundation. I feel like it gives me such a beautiful, natural glow to the skin. It doesn't look heavy, and at the end of the day, after 8-9 hours of wear, it still has that natural glowiness without being greasy or breaking down and looking just like a big old greasy mess. So I absolutely love this powder. It's one of my absolute faves. And I just said faves. Ew, gross. It's one of my favorites, and I have definitely repurchased it because I can't wait to bust into it, but I need to finish some other powders first. Another powder I have finished up, and this is like my third one of these, is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium. This powder has been a favorite of mine for years and years and years. I love the finish. It gives me, again, I like the Wet n Wild. It gives me like a very natural finish. It reminds me a lot of the Maybelline Fit Me Press powder. So I feel like all three of these powders give me a very similar effect on the skin, and they wear in a similar way. I think the Wet n Wild's probably my favorite out of all of them, to be completely honest. But because the Maybelline and the Wet n Wild are so similar to this, I probably will not be purchasing it. It's not because it's a bad product. It's because this one is $30 and the Maybelline's like $8 and the Wet n Wild's like $5. So this will be a back to MAC. All right, let's talk about some little things. I did just finish a little sample of the Hangover RX Primer. I had like a mini size of it, not this size, but like bigger deluxe sample size that I got last year, and I used it up and I absolutely love that primer. I feel like it's moisturizing, but at the same time it's like firming. I feel like it firms my skin. So I did finish that up on vacation, and I have a full size that I am finishing up a couple primers, and then I'll be breaking into that one. I also finished up this Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is it's like a little silicone type primer. I love this with the NARS All Day Weightless Luminous Foundation. I don't think I'll be repurchasing this one because I did have to use this one in conjunction with a moisturizing primer, and I feel like I don't need it because I now have the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. This is smoothing, it's got rosehip and argan oil and pore perfecting. I feel like this is one of those rare unicorn primers where it does the pore filling, but it also moisturizes my skin. So this is kind of my all-in-one when I want that kind of pore filling type texture. So I won't be repurchasing this because I do have this and I've got quite a bit left and I really enjoy this. I've got this and a travel size that I take with me when I travel. I do have some lash glues. I have just the Duo waterproof eyelash adhesive. I like this stuff. It kind of irritates my eyes a little bit, so I'm staying away from the Duo from now on. And I have found that the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with biotin and blueberry, it's latex free. I have one of these open in my drawer. I love this. I love the applicator. It reminds me of the Revlon one that I used to love so much and then couldn't find anywhere, but it does not irritate my eyes. I feel like it really does a good job of attaching my lashes to my eyeballs, and they don't go anywhere throughout the day. Plus it doesn't irritate my eyes, and a little bit goes a long way. So I have repurchased this one. Some skincare I have used up. I have been on a skincare kick the past year and a half or so. I talked about this one in Expensive Products I'm Mad I Bought, and this is the Mega Rich Intensive Anti-Aging Cellular Cream. This Jenks is expensive. It's like 80 bucks, and I cleaned this sucker out. I love it. I'm currently trying the Peter Thomas Roth like thermal moisturizer, and it's okay, but it doesn't do for me what this does. I think I might have found a solution that is drugstore in 20 bucks as opposed to 85 bucks. It's a different kind of product, but I feel like it gives me the same kind of moisture to my skin. So that I'm up in the air on if this is going to be a repurchase or not, because I'm trying not to spend $85 on a face cream. But I also did like this one. This is the L'Oreal Paris Age Perfecting Hydra Nutrition Day Night Cream. And I would use this kind of switch it out with the Peter Thomas Roth. I feel like it had a really rich texture that added a lot of moisture to my skin. I felt like it gave me a really nice layer of protection. I can't remember if it has SPF in it. I don't remember. I will say that this one, it will not be a repurchase. I love the way the product made my skin feel, but there's something in these Age Perfect lines that really irritate my eyes. So I try and, even if I keep them away from my eye, I don't know if it's the scent or some kind of whatever's in it just makes my eyes water really bad. So I won't be repurchasing this. But if you don't have sensitive eyes, this is a really good day/night cream. Another product I really have been a fan of for a long time is the L'Oreal Paris Youth Code Texture Perfector Pore Vanisher. This thing is so good. It doesn't say it's a primer, but that's how I use it. It just says smooth over entire face AM and PM, use alone or as last step in your skincare routine. So this is really kind of a pore minimizer, but I used it as a primer, and I think I want to bring this back into my skincare routine. I'm up in the air on if I don't feel like I need any more skincare right now, but this might be a repurchase once I've worked through some of the skincare and primers in my collection. This just does I notice that my pores look smaller when I wear this. I think it's just amazing. I don't, and when you are wearing no makeup, if you just put this on, it really smooths out your skin. It's amazing. It's like having a filter over your skin. I really enjoy this. So this is probably going to be a repurchase, but I need to finish up some stuff first. So when I do, this will be a repurchase. Another product I finished up, and this is just a little travel size. This is old school. That's the Clean and Clear Morning Burst Facial Scrub. When I travel, I don't like to take a crap ton of skincare with me. I already am a serial overpacker, so I'm trying to, you know, kind of tone down. So I really want a, you know, I want to take a cleanser that I feel is going to be gentle enough to where I can use it every day, but it's really going to get in there and clean my skin and get all the makeup off. And I feel like the Morning Burst just does that for me. I love it that it's got a little bit of it's got all those granules in there, so it is abrasive, but it's not overly abrasive. It's just enough to really get in there and exfoliate your skin, get the makeup off. Plus I like the little travel size, so I do use that. Oh my gosh, another primer. Okay, I've been going through some primers. This is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I love this. I loved this for a long time. You know, this is just like the photo finish. It's like the, you know, Benefit Pore Eraser. But again, I have that new one from Urban Decay that I really like, and I also want to get the L'Oreal Youth Code again. So I don't think I'm going to be repurchasing this, but this is a really good drugstore option if you are interested in the more silicone type primers. Okay, I've got one more primer, I promise. This is the Sheer Envy Pore Defense Primer Serum from Hard Candy. I love this. It's like $6. It comes with a pump on it, so it's oil-free, silicone-free, and alcohol-free. So if you have sensitive skin, if you have dry skin, this is great for you. I love this. I think this is so good. It's one of the most underrated products. This will definitely be a repurchase, and I will be repurchasing it shortly. Again, I'm trying to make myself finish some primers that I'm really close on finishing, and I'm going to be going back and purchasing some of my favorites. But it's like a serum, but it's like a thick serum. It's and it does really, I feel like it smooths out the skin so beautifully and moisturizes it. And I always just have a good foundation day when I use this. I think this is so good, and I never hear anybody else talk about this, but it is amazing. I really, really, really enjoy this priming serum. All right, guys, I finally finished the Firm X Eye Lift Lid Serum from Peter Thomas Roth. Again, another really expensive product, but I talked about this in that expensive products I'm mad I bought because I ended up liking them. I finally finished this up. It is done, and I was so worried because I couldn't find it, but they did replace it with something else. They just relabeled it and kind of made it an all-over eye cream, and I have repurchased that, as bad as it is, but I just feel like I've seen such an improvement around my eyes, my lids, my, you know, I'm 35. I've got wrinkles and I've got texture on my eyelids. I'm not, you know, 15 anymore. So I feel like this really does make a difference. And I was just so impressed with it that I did repurchase the new iteration of it. And I can't remember what it is. If you know, I'll link it down below with a little asterisk. So if you're interested in trying this out, but it's a really thin serum. I take the tiniest little bit because you're getting 0.5 fluid ounces for about 90 bucks. Yeah, let's talk about ridiculous. But if you are somebody who has texture on your eyelids, I think this makes such a big difference. This is like a product that I think is totally worth the money, in my humble opinion. All right, we've got a couple more things, I promise, then I swear we're done. So the first is the BH Cosmetics HD Brow Pencil. I love this pencil, and it is DU Done. I think I just feel that the color suited me better than any other brow pencil. I feel like the NYX, right now I'm using the NYX Brunette and the Espresso, and I'm kind of switching them out, and even the Espresso is too red on me, and I feel like this is such a good, cooler toned option. I didn't even tell you the shade. This one is Brunette. So I will repurchase this once I go through those NYX pencils, but I've got some brow products I need to get through. But if you're looking for a nice brow pencil that's really inexpensive, it's a Brow Wiz dupe. It's got, you know, the spoolie on one side and the really fine tip on the other, and this one is just a click of death done. But that's a little bit cooler. I really recommend this one. I think it's really pretty. I might even try the Espresso shade next time. I finally finished up another cat eyeliner from Jordana, it's been sitting in this box a while, so it's all dried up and crusty. These are so good. I love the Perversion, the old Perversion eyeliner from Urban Decay, and this is a total dupe for it. Handles the same way, performs the same way, but these are like $2 and they come in amazing variety of colors. I actually already repurchased it, which probably won't happen again because I have just gotten away from wearing liquid liner completely. So, you know, some of these I might be decluttering, and just keep a couple of the black ones. But this is such a great liquid liner. It's got the little brush tip, which is my favorite, which is all crusty right now. It's gross. I'm gonna stop doing that. It's completely dried out because I used it. But if you are looking for a good liquid liner, or maybe you are out of your Perversion liner from Urban Decay, which makes me sad that that's gone away, this is a great like $2 or $3 option, and it's the cat eyeliners from Jordana. Another Jordana product is the Easy Liner for Lips in Cabernet. This is my all-time favorite lip liner. Again, click of death. I think I have like 2 or 3 backups. I can't even swatch it. It is the most beautiful, deep wine shade. If you like those dark vampy lips, liquid lipsticks, whatever, this is a must have, and it's like $1 or $2. These are so good. If you have not tried the Jordana Easy Liner for Lips, I highly, highly recommend. I have trouble finding them sometimes, I think because people like them so much. So if I have a couple backups just because I go through, I want to say this is like my 3rd or 4th one of this lip liner. It's so good. All right, guys, the last 2 products are from Wet n Wild. So I have my Illuminati highlighting and concealing pen, and I am in the shade Ivory Into You. It's very much like the Dream Lumi. You can hear the click of death on all of these. The Dream Lumi Touch highlighters. This is a beautiful highlighter. I like to mix this with other highlighters. Concealer. This is a beautiful concealer, and I like to mix it with other concealers. It doesn't really give me the coverage that I need on its own, but when I mix it with other concealers, it really helps to illuminate and kind of moisturize and make my under eyes look not so dry and crepey, which they can get that way very quickly. So again, another $3 product. Highly recommend this. I'm actually almost completely through another one. So I've been holding on to these Empties for a few months, guys. And then finally, I have my Wet n Wild Mega Length Mascara. This is, again, another highly underrated product. I love this mascara. I love the brush on it. Let me show you. I love the brush on it. I love using this mascara on my lower lash line. It is my go-to lower lash line mascara. And I also really enjoy using it in conjunction with other mascaras, maybe mascaras that give me volume but not length. I'll throw this on top of it, or if I'm just trying to put something on my lashes to blend in with falsies like I have today, I will use this mascara. It's so good. I already have another backup, or I have one open because I ran out of this one. And again, it's another $3 or $4 product. If you haven't tried this, it is so, so stinking good. All right, guys, so that is my hopefully not too long Empties video. I hope you guys found this entertaining. Let me know if you love any of these products. Let me know if you disagree with what I have to say. You love it, you hate it. You know, guys, I'm always interested to hear your opinion. But as always, thank you guys so much for hanging out and talking about makeup with me. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Have a rockin' week, and I will see you next time. Bye.